Welcome to your first voice lesson. Now, thanks to the internet and technology, you are able to take your very first lesson anywhere. So you have the benefit of doing this in a place where if you're a little shy, nobody can hear you, including me. So this is a really good thing because learning to sing can feel very scary and intimidating at first because when we sing, it's kind of like we're exposing and sharing a piece of our soul. So the very first and most important thing is to find a space where you feel safe and comfortable to make noise, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start by just making some noise together. In order to do this, I want you to pretend like you're sitting right here, right beside me, and you're just saying hello. And I actually want you to say hello. You might feel kind of silly, but just go with it. You're gonna say hello, pretend I'm right beside you. Hello. So what volume did you use when you said hello? Just kind of be mindful of that. Now, pretend I am farther away now. Maybe we're in a house and I'm in the hallway and the door's open and I'm walking past and you're just trying to kind of get my attention. You'd maybe say, hello, just a little bit louder, hello. Now, pretend I'm on a completely different floor and you're trying to get my attention. And if you have kids, you've practiced this. So you're gonna use your volume, hello. And then finally, pretend I am outside across the street, somebody's mowing their lawn, and you've got to get my attention. Probably, and I want you to do this. Hello! So, congratulations. You just made some noise and proven to yourself that you can sing, because singing is just sustained speech. Hello. So you've probably also felt like you've broken the ice a little bit. We've been a little bit silly. Maybe you laughed at yourself, and that's absolutely perfect. When you're learning how to sing, you definitely want to bring a sense of, I don't know, just humor into the equation, because we do all these silly exercises to help train our voices. And if we try to take them ourselves too seriously in this process, it can kind of hold us back. So don't be afraid to lean into the silliness just a little bit. So the very next thing I want to look at with you is an exercise, because it wouldn't be a first voice lesson if I weren't teaching you an exercise. And just so you know, after the exercise, we're going to look at how to sound better immediately. So a lot of singers are like, oh, it's going to be a long journey till I can sound good. Absolutely not. I'm going to teach you some things in this lesson that are going to help you to sound better right away. So the exercise we're going to be learning today is probably one of the silliest and most important vocal exercises ever, because this exercise is going to help you to learn the right amount of breath to use to create sound. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to be singing something called the bubble. So we're going to go. And the unfair thing is that this exercise is really silly and it absolutely doesn't work if you're smiling. So you have to keep a straight face while you're doing this exercise. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your fingers and I want you to place them on your cheeks, kind of where your teeth are. And I want you to keep your jaw fairly relaxed. We don't want any tension through here. And we're essentially blowing bubbles. So I want you to think about just going, we're going to create sound while we do this. But if you need to get the hang of it without sound first, you can. Now, you might be surprised at how much support you need from sort of your core muscles. So you have to work for this one a little bit. And if it's difficult, try just lifting up slightly. We don't want to do this or this. We just want to lift some of the pressure off of our bottom lip. So we'll just lift up slightly. And you got to keep this engaged. So try a few of those. And you might find that, you're spitting everywhere. It's perfectly normal. Just keep trying, no laughing. You got to keep your face relaxed. And when you feel good, we'll sing this on an arpeggio like this. Now completely let go of trying to sound good. We're just moving our voices around. Think about underneath the sound. So if you're saying buh, buh, brrr, my tongue is relaxed. Brrr. We'll do it again together. And if you have a very low voice or you're a male singer, you might want to try this note. So it's the same pitches, but it's just much lower. But you can match me wherever it feels comfortable. And we'll do a couple more together. And if you need your hand here to help, absolutely, that's okay. Big breath. We're going to do 2 more. And now we're going to head back down. thing about this exercise is it warms your voice up. Your voice is a muscle, so we want to warm it up before we start using it. It's going to help you to learn new pitches, get used to moving your voice around, and it's going to give you that perfect amount of breath balance. One of the biggest things I hear from new singers is like, oh, you sing by, you sing from your diaphragm. You don't even have to think about that. Your body knows how to breathe already. So when we give the demand for that bubble exercise, this whole mechanism activates exactly as it's supposed to. So if that exercise is working, it means you are on track. So I'm gonna attach a little download for you below this lesson so that you can use that scale. There will be a version for you just to download and you can sing along with, and you can return to this every day. It is a great daily practice. So now that we're warmed up and we've worked on an exercise, let's get you sounding better right away. So we're gonna look at a little line of a song. And I think today we'll just use something, I'll try to think of something familiar. We'll do, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Because it's really rainy in my part of the world and I'm looking forward to the rain being gone. So we're gonna sing that. I'm gonna sing it one more time, see if you can kind of join in with me. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Okay, so here's what I want you to do next. I want you to grab your phones or your camera devices if you can, and I want you to sing that by yourself. Pause this video, sing that by yourself, and record yourself. I know it's terrifying to record yourself, but just trust me, it's part of the process. So take a moment and do that. Once you've recorded yourself singing that, we're gonna talk about it. You might listen back and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's how my voice sounds, I'm quitting right away. Or you might have been like, oh, that was pretty good, I'm not so bad. Whatever the result is, I'm gonna talk to you about how you can improve your sound immediately by changing the shapes that you make. So let's talk about the line. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I just want you to say the words because sometimes singers are shocked when I say, well, if you're struggling to sing them, just say them, and then they're stumbling over their words. Sometimes you have to start with just saying the words and getting comfortable with that. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Say it like you mean it. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Okay, so once you're there, we're gonna talk about how we're going to sing these words because that's gonna be slightly different than how we say them. If I sing, I can see clearly now the rain is gone, listen. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It didn't sound so great. I was kind of nasal and I was like really grabbing into all the consonants. When we're singing a song, we wanna focus mostly on the vowels. And a vowel like I, it's a diphthong, there's two sounds, I. We want to focus on the first one. So instead of singing I'm going to sing ah. I can see, huge difference right away. You try it. I can see. And then with the C, we want to be careful that we're not going, I can see it pronounces. So place a finger on one of your nostrils and sing the word see. I can see. It shouldn't be see. See. So if you're getting stuck here, give it a little bit more energy, a little more breath. Maybe grab that bubble. Okay, there it is. I can see. Open up, drop your jaw, and you'll find a more pure sounding vowel on the E. So now we've got I can see. And notice I'm not going I can see. It seems ridiculous when you say it, but when you sing it, I can see clear. So here's another one for you. Don't sing the R. I can see clear. Not so good. I'm gonna sing clearly. I'm gonna almost skip the R. I'm just gonna touch it a tiny bit, but barely. I can see clear. My tongue is relaxed, I'm not clear. I can see clearly. Back to that shape. Now. I'm not gonna go now, I'm gonna go na. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. See what I'm doing there? I'm sort of just touching on the consonants and I'm really focusing on the vowels. So that final little bit, the rain is gone. The rain is gone. That's what I'm basically singing. The rain is gone. Focusing on the R for gone. Notice the shift from I can see clearly now the rain is gone. If I was really enunciating and saying those words, that's how I would sing them. That's how I would say them. I'm not gonna sing them that way. I'm going to eliminate the grab on some of those consonants and focus on the vowels. One more time, really slow. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. So I hope that you can play around with that a little bit. You might need to experiment and see what works better for you. But at the end of the day, if you kind of eliminate some of those R's, focus on pure shapes, so sing your E like E, not E. Check in with your nose. and just practice singing through the line. Sometimes that bubble just really helps you find your way. And you're like, oh, I took a lot of breath. And now, the final step is the energy. So if you're singing a line of a song, like this is a really inspiring song, and you're kind of like, I can see clearly, you're kind of timid and you're not really bought in, it's not gonna sound as amazing or be as believable as if you find the energy and the joy of what it is that that line is saying. It's energetic. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I brought more volume, I brought the sunshine to the performance, and even if my vocal's not perfect, that energy, it comes into what you're doing with your vocal, and it makes it just a better experience for you and whoever might be listening to you. So you and the listener, or you the listener, depending on if you're singing for yourself. All right, so I hope that you're noticing the difference. Now, as a final step, I'd love for you to practice this for a few minutes, grab your phone again, apply those changes. You can even notice as you're filming yourself, watch the shapes you're making in that camera, and pay attention to if you're here, not opening your mouth, or if you're actually moving your mouth to make the shapes. That'll, my pretend phone that I'm holding, that'll really help you to make those corrections naturally as well. So record yourself again, listen back, and compare the improvements, and I'm sure that you're gonna notice them. So have fun practicing, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have. We have so many lessons inside Singeo that dive deeper into all of these concepts. We've got guided practices, we've got all the practice routines for you there. We have an entire course just on shapes that will help you sound better and understand your voice better. So if you want more, you can find all of that information below this video. If you're a new singer, comment below. Let me know how this went. Was it intimidating to make loud noises? Was it intimidating to watch yourself back or listen back to yourself singing? How did all this feel? And if you have any questions for me at all, I'm here to answer them. So happy practicing, and I'll see you around.